Hi, everybody. Welcome to Pretty Smart. Oh, I was a little early. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pretty Smart. I'm your host for tonight, Arlena Sproul, and we have with us Ty. Say hi, Ty.
Hey y'all.
And we have a guest with us tonight. Her name is Katris Wright, and I'm gonna let her introduce herself, give her her title and everything, and just kind of tell us about yourself before we get started.
Hey y'all, what's up? I am so happy to be here with you ladies. Pretty smart, right?
Yes.
Woo, I want to see how smart you are because sometimes I'm a little short of it. But my name is
I feel
Katris
that.
Wright. Yes, they call me Miss Pillow Talk. So depending on where you are on the streets or on the social media. So yeah, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me, ladies.
I love
Awesome. Yes.
that. I love
Where
that.
can we find you, Miss Catrice?
On Instagram, you can find me at Miss Pillow Talks, MS Pillow Talks with the S. On Facebook, you can find me, my real name, Katris Wright, Katris, Wright with the WRIGHT. Or you can find my business at Pillow Talks on iHeartRadio. Either way. Or you
Now,
can
see,
call me. Just playing.
Yes, call me. All right. So we're going to get into our topic for tonight, which our topic for tonight is women's filters and social media. What are your thoughts when that comes to mind? Like women, when it comes to social media and the filters, what do you guys think? Like, what comes to your mind?
I feel like, first of all, why is it just women? Because men use filters too.
Okay, exactly.
Mm,
They,
No, but
more than
seriously,
you think.
yeah. I'm actually low key addicted to it, even though I don't agree with it because it doesn't really show the natural person you are. I'm a little addicted to it. I will put on a filter in a quick second. If I could put on a filter on this right now, I would.
Yes, girl. Which
Yeah,
just was a filter, okay? It
right.
took work. What about you, Catrice? What do you think when you think women and social media and the filters that they have out now?
it's 50-50. I'm with you, my sister Tashay. I love a good filter. Sometimes it got me looking like Michael Jackson. Sometimes, I got to figure out what it is. But one thing that I do love about filters that it gives us an opportunity on those days that we're not so, prepped up. It fills us in. But on the other hand, when I'm like out at events and a
Yeah,
lot of people use the filters, I kind of don't like it because it don't match up with
right.
the person when you meet them. So
Yeah,
I try, if I'm going to use a filter, I don't want it to take me into another image too far where people don't recognize who I am, because I believe they can
exactly.
be addictive
It
and they
can.
can cause a little bit of insecurity if you don't have a filter.
Hmm.
I really resonate with a lot of what you said, but one thing that stuck out to me a lot was when you said your image. And
Mm,
a lot of us are using social media now to push our businesses, to push, our goals, or push our what do you call it, platforms.
right.
So do you think, and like you said, those filters can kind of distort what your message is trying to get across. And have you come across that already with what you do with Pillow Talk?
So, what I do when it's dealing with images with on Pillow Talks, when I create flyers, when we're promoting, I love a clean image. Like you model, right, Arlena? So you understand a clean picture. So sometimes people can come to me like with, I'm just gonna say like a ghetto home picture, right? And I'm like, no, we need to fix it up a little bit more so it can look presentable. So when I look at an image, does it look presentable? Does it look like you're going to another level, especially in different professionals that I deal with? Are we just being lazy with the pictures?
Right.
So it just depends, because sometimes I with images, sometimes I get on social media and I just want to be like, have my scarf on. I want to show people that I am just real. I'm just a real girl, even though I might dress up at an event or you might see me on social media, doing an interview. I'm showing up. But if I'm just like maybe kicking it, a lot of times I will put different images out there so you can know that I'm a real person, and it takes the pressure off me from
Right.
always trying to shine, right? So as ladies, as women, we always, like my mom would say, put on some lipstick, put on some
Yes.
makeup.
Mhm.
And I love my earrings. I would sleep in some earrings. My husband be like, "Can we take them off tonight?" I'm like, "No."
Because I'll forget to
So
put them back
there's
in.
an addiction. Yeah, there's an addiction to images sometimes. So I think you have to be very careful. And as we mature and grow as women, our images are important, but we should never let it define us.
Very, very true. I do have two things to say really
I
quick.
saw. I was
Kind
like,
of, kind of off subject, basically on subject. But first of all, Arlena, you got a glow. You got
oh,
something
She
going on
does
that I
look
want to
it.
know about. Cause baby,
we'll
filter
talk about
hair.
it. We definitely need to talk about it. I experienced something. We'll talk about it. It's
Oh my
new.
god, I'm excited.
Yeah.
And then two, I love that being lazy with the pictures. I'm gonna use that now because it's like
Don't be lazy.
sometimes I feel like I be doing too much with my pictures, and so now I'm gonna use that
Mhm.
caption like I'm not being lazy with my picture, baby.
Yes. Yes, I like that. Yes. Can we all adapt that? I really like that.
Yes.
So I wanted to, Taf, I do have you. I will tell you what this glow is about. But when it comes to professionalism, do you think that sometimes we take our image too seriously or we take it too far?
As far as filters go, or just
Or
in
just
general.
social media in general, just how we use social media. Do we think are we using social media too much when it comes to like being professionalism or
Yeah,
um, just
I
with
think
business in general?
I think social media is a great platform for people, entrepreneurs, people trying to get their businesses out there, make money off of it. It's definitely a great resource. However, I feel like a lot of people do take it too far and they do get addicted and they don't know how to take breaks, social media breaks, because they're so
Right.
about the money. I got to make sure that I keep myself relevant, and they stay that. But you can also get somebody to run your social media for you at times. Breaks are
Right.
definitely necessary for everybody. So yeah, I do believe they do take it too far sometimes, and it's like give yourself a break. You
Yeah,
deserve
definitely. Yes.
it. That's cute.
That's real cute. But yes, I really, feel like, like you said, we do kind of get too caught up in social media and using it to push our goals and to rate and to make money that we forget what it was initially created for, which is to connect people. And sometimes we don't
Mhm.
connect with the people that we are doing business with. It's kind of like, oh, it's a transaction instead of actually seeing the person
Exactly.
Mhm.
that we're doing the transaction with or we're interacting with. So that was why I asked my question. Do you think sometimes we take it too far where we lose sight of, I guess, humanity?
Yeah,
Just
I think you brought up a really great
Mm.
point with that. Like we
Mhm.
lose the in-person social life because we're so busy on the internet,
Mhm.
and it's like, oh, I'd rather just send this invoice to this person than to go meet somebody to make a sale. So
right.
we don't have that
Mhm.
person to person, you know, um we don't connect anymore. We don't have that connection with anyone anymore. And it makes us antisocial. So when we
It
get
does.
outside, it's like we don't even know how to act towards each other because we're in person and we're not usually in person. So
We act
yeah,
awkward, really weird. And I
Mhm.
think that's why we be having a lot of these meltdowns that be happening. Can we just talk about that for a
exactly.
second? Like,
Yes.
because we forget, people have other opinions, people have thoughts, people, have their own way of being. And sometimes we get a little caught up and, oh, it's my way or the highway. And then we start throwing our tantrums. So I think
Oh
I got a
wow.
little off topic, but I try to bring it
No.
full circle. But I think that's really where we have gotten off a little bit, especially us as women with the filters. I'll bring it full circle. There we go. Women with filters, the men's expectation of what they see in real life has
Mhm.
definitely
Mm.
Um,
Oh my God, that's
y'all
big.
feel I
But
feel like
you're
y'all
right,
want to touch on
Arlena.
that. Let me let y'all touch on that. But yeah, I really feel like because they'll look at a woman and say, not even using filters, was just how women portray themselves on social media. They expect something totally different when they meet a real woman, if you get what I'm
Hmm.
saying. Um, it just the expectation is different now because of where social media has gone. I don't knock social media. I love it, but I just feel like we've lost a little bit of where we're supposed to be using social media.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if I can add this, like this is this came across to me maybe about a year ago. I told myself to manage social media, to
Mm,
manage it well. And so to manage it for me is to like you do your bank account. You know when to put in, you know when to take out. So I've learned to, if I have to think real hard on what to post or what's going out, then maybe I don't need to post. I like
mm,
to do it very naturally so people can
organic.
get to know me on social media. Yeah, very organic. So one week it might be a whole lot of stuff coming out because there's a lot going on in my life talking about image. What are
Yeah,
we doing? But it's not fake though. I think sometimes people yeah, they get on social media and they not who they really are. So
yeah,
whether men meet them or another girlfriend, it's like it's disappointing. And
right.
so I'm so thankful that when people meet me they can say, okay, that's just how she is, because I manage social media in myself, and I thank God for my family and my husband who won't let me go too far. So I do
Mm,
believe if you have the right people around you, that you have your tribe, you can be social the right way because those people really know you. And they should,
mhm,
I don't know, I pull people to the side, even if I feel like they depressed, like you're doing too much on social media, like what's going on? Like I
right.
feel this vibe. So I think social media should be social. I think it
Mhm,
could be a lot of up times and it can be a lot of down times, but us as a tribe, people, friends, family, we should definitely help each other manage what that feels like and what that looks like my sisters, sometimes they'll call me and be like, you should take that down. I feel your emotions in there. And as a
Yeah.
professional, you shouldn't put that out there. And I'm like,
mm,
thank you. I appreciate
yes,
that. And then I get to have girl chat because I'm like, this is really on my heart. And maybe I shouldn't put that out there. So I really depends on what are you using social media for? That's the question.
that's a good
So
point.
whether filters, if you need filters, why? What are you saying? Why do you need it? So
Okay.
yeah.
I like that. Yeah. And I like, you saying you manage Facebook or social media. Um,
Yeah.
managing, like, it sounds daunting, like, oh, you manage it, how do you manage it? But the way you broke it down, it sounds very simple, and it doesn't seem like it disrupts anything. It's just, okay, when I feel like something needs to be posted, I will post it. And then you have, like you said,
Yep.
that tribe that backs you. Girl, that was a good post, like, you shouldn't take that down. But those are good people to have around you, the people that,
Mhm.
that's what you want to keep around you. I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. It's crazy that you say that. You were saying that we have to like plan our posts and stuff. I remember a few years back, a guy told me that, and it was like before I even was really into social media like that. And he's like, you have to pre-plan your post. And I'm like, what? What does that even mean? And he's like, yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta think about what you're gonna say, when you're gonna say it, what time, all this stuff. And I'm like, and fast forward, now I'm like, dang, I actually really do that. And a lot of people do that as well. It's like following the algorithms and stuff. And it's like we get so stuck into this that it's like we lose our minds sometimes. We like mentally get so distraught that we just lose focus on what we really love in life. And
Right.
so I especially on TikTok, I heard they can basically choose what goes viral, and even on Instagram and
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, like they can choose what post is being seen, they can
Mm-hmm.
choose who's going to see what, and it's mentally mind-boggling. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like that, like
It is. It's a little
it
I can't get
daunting. It's
is
like,
that
a
off.
ugh, I don't
and it'll
want to
make
do
you
it
look at
wrong.
other people different as well too, because like there would be posts, I feel like comments get deleted, posts get deleted, and then you're thinking someone's not responding to you, but your post isn't even there, your comment's not even there. And so it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, they really want us to be in like a jacked up mental mind state? I really feel that.
absolutely.
It's everything is.
Depending on,
You should hear my mind. I think everything has a play on the mind. Honestly,
Mhm.
it's a little bit of. mind control, and I might be
It's like the news,
little
right?
bit,
It's like
yeah.
on Channel 9, they feed you what they want you to
What
see
you
and how
want,
you eat. So
right?
you do have to be
Exactly.
mature. That's why I think the younger generation, like I tell my young, I have a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old, and we teach them really who they are so that at any moment, if they're looking at something that went viral, they know how to
Good.
um,
Hmm.
perceive it the right way, because a lot of anxiety is out there now because of social media, like you were saying, Tasha. A lot of people, I think it has its place if you do, do a schedule, like my coach told me that years ago too, a business coach. And if you want to do that, that's fine. Certain things do have to be scheduled, but
Right.
just to be social and you have to plan, like I plan, okay, Patrice, you're going to be on the camera tonight. You know what I'm saying? Just like Arlene, I can't wait for you to tell us what you glowing about over there.
Right.
We plan for these things, but I can't be stressed. I cannot, that is too much pressure. And I believe we should be aware, if I can
Yes, for
say
sure.
that.
Agreed.
Definitely. I did want to add to, being, like you said, being aware of ourselves. Sometimes with trying to keep up with, our sales or our quotas when it comes to social media, excuse me, we
Mhm.
sometimes lose ourselves. And I think I heard Todd touch on it a
Mm.
little bit, but we lose ourselves. We start out, oh, this is just a hobby. And then eventually it's like, oh, let me do this, let me do this. And then every move we make now starts to cater to social media. Oh, we got somebody at the door. Hey,
Hey,
Melanie. Hey,
girl.
girl.
Sorry to be late to the party and sorry
It's
to
okay. Come on in.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Uh-oh. Okay. So we'll catch you up, Sydney.
Hurry up!
That's
These
cute.
sound
Uh-oh.
effects are just
Came in at the wrong time.
Uh-oh.
okay. So Sydney, we'll catch you up. So we're talking about filters, social media, and women, and how have we taken it too far? Is there a point where we can pull it back in? So we'll give you a second if you need to, but you can join in anytime. Go for it.
But did you finish what
Um,
you were saying? Because I felt like I interrupted you, Arlena.
hold on, I can't really hear you.
Really?
Okay. Um, I lost my train of thought, so go for it.
I entered in, and there, if you think of it, interrupt me, okay?
Sure.
But yeah, I do think that it's gotten too far. If you think about it, like looking at TikTok, you don't know what anybody looks like anymore.
Yeah.
True.
Everybody has a filter on. Everybody, almost everybody. So, and the filters are really scary now because you don't, they move with you. Like, remember when you used to move and you could tell it was a filter? Now
Yeah.
they look at you,
Well,
they move with you, they talk with you. It's creepy. So yeah, I do think they've gone too far in that the fact that all women I see are most of the time using filters says a lot. You're not confident in who you are or what you see.
Mm.
If I looked like y'all, I wouldn't use a filter either.
oh, that's so
You're
sweet.
so
That is
sweet.
cute.
Oh.
But none of these women need it either. They're beautiful their own way. Everybody is beautiful in their own way.
I
Like
don't know. Tasha's kind of rough.
Tasha is
We're not
gorgeous.
gonna talk about
That's
Oh,
why I
Ty like
use my
that.
filters.
beautiful.
Tasha, you are gorgeous. Stop it. You are literally bubbly
Right.
gorgeous.
Thank
Oh,
you.
look at
I
all that
appreciate that.
melanin. Yes.
Yes.
You are.
Um, but I think it came back
Pretty
to me,
smart.
Sydney. But yeah, so what I was gonna say earlier was when thinking about the filters and everything, I noticed that a lot of people, it doesn't just stay on the camera. It transfers to them. They start doing plastic surgery. They start doing all these things to
Yes.
alter themselves
Yep.
to look like the filters.
Hmm.
And so, like you said, yeah,
Mhm.
it's gone definitely too far when we start doing those. Like we taking a picture of ourselves and showing to the doctor, I want to look like this. You realize that's a filter, right?
Mm.
Like,
That's
Mm.
scary. That is
And
scary.
they
Mm-hmm.
have those filters now that tell people if their
Mm.
face isn't perfect or symmetrical. Like I always see those things like how pretty are you? Like those rating filters and they rate how pretty people are. And those ones like I literally watch one where they're like, if your face is even on both sides, you are what society sees as beautiful. And like it's this filter and it goes and nobody has the same face barely on the same side. Like one of my eyes is smaller than the other. Like
Yep.
it's not the
one's
same.
small,
So
right? It's not symmetrical. No one's
everybody's
Right.
told they're not beautiful, and I hate them. I think John or Keone, when I first met you, you were interviewing me, And I said to you, you said your question was something about social media, and I said to you, my least favorite thing was filters. You
Hmm.
Mm.
remember that?
Yes, you did. I remember in the interview, I said, "Tell me, what do you hate most about social media?" 2 years ago, and you said, "Filters." Filters. Almost
Mm.
3 years ago. Geez, time is
Yeah, it
moving.
was like 3 years.
It's moving
No,
fast.
it was
Ooh.
3 years ago. Yeah, I
Uh,
literally said it to you. I said I hate filters.
oh God, you just reminded me how
Mm.
much I miss you and Taisha. And all I got Arlena now. She's with me, but you know, I
Awesome.
miss y'all.
Arlene,
Anyway, let me get out of here.
sorry I had to bring that up, but yeah,
Mhm.
I've hated filters for a long time. I really do think they.
You still do to
Yeah,
this
I'm not a
day?
filter fan. I'm not a
That's
filter
Beauty
good.
fan
filter?
because of what it does to the psyche of women. Like
Yeah.
that's I
Mhm.
really am like that person. I'm not saying never use them and I'm against them. I should be careful with my words. I'm not against filters. Have fun with them. I use them for fun, but
Mhm.
it's just sad
Okay.
to see that nobody can put content out there without a filter now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It is
Okay, I know
crazy.
I normally butt out your show, but can I say something? And again, it's not. You ladies are very humble. That's the biggest thing that I love about y'all. But you know there's going to be people like Sydney, you're humble. But you know there's going to be people out here that go, "Well, girl, if I look like you, I wouldn't use a filter."
Yeah.
She's
You know,
beautiful. I was thinking
Also,
about
yeah.
you have
that.
to remember
So,
what I see is not what they, you know what I mean?
right.
Right.
That's what
Learn to
I
love
That's
myself.
for everybody too. That's a personal thing though.
Yeah.
Everyone shouldn't feel like the world sees them as ugly and they see themselves as ugly. You should
Because,
always start with yourself and
yeah.
continuously tell yourself you're beautiful because when you do that, other people are going to see, "Oh, she's confident. I like the
Mhm.
beauty
And
that
confidence is
out of her."
sexy.
Yeah.
So here's my question to you, and then I'm gonna get out of y'all's hair because it's y'all's show. That we say that, right? Well, everybody should be every. But what can y'all tell them to actually make them feel that? Because everybody tells them that, oh, you should be confident in yourself, love yourself, and that they get the same line from everybody everywhere. But do you have specific things you can tell them to do to help raise that confidence level?
Words of
Manifest
affirmation.
it.
Yeah, it's a self journey. You definitely have to basically just speak life into yourself.
Hmm.
It's got to come from you. There's nothing anyone can say to you to make you feel
Mhm.
that you are beautiful or you're worthy to be called beautiful.
Yeah.
It's something that starts on the inside. If there's affirmations, if you need somewhere to start, you can buy affirmations or look up affirmations that just start reading them to yourself and then you'll
Hmm.
start believing them. But it's an inward journey.
And
Because
it's as simple as just telling yourself, I'm beautiful, I'm attractive,
Yeah.
And tell yourself that all the time. Look in the mirror. I do that all the time. And I feel like I've overdone it. So, like, somebody call me ugly. I'm like, psh.
please.
You know what I told myself this morning?
Here's the
You're
thing,
right.
like
You
beauty is
lying.
defined by let's be real. A lot of men. And so beauty is defined
Yes.
over time. Who said one way was the definition of beauty, and that's the way that everybody seems to live by, and that's where it's breaking that indoctrination in our head, like breaking it off that this isn't the definition of beauty.
Right.
You know, I know you sit there and say, well, girls would say if they look like you, they wouldn't need a filter, but why am I the definition of beauty?
You're not. And this is why I would tell them everybody likes something. There are a bunch of guys out here that won't like any of you because you are too skinny for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You're
Been
too
told that before.
skinny, you're too light skinned, your hair is too long.
Yep.
So it's like, I think people don't have the patience to get to the one that wants them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes when they do get to the one that wants them, then all of a sudden they have some standards that that person doesn't meet. That sounds a little ridiculous. So it's
Mhm.
like that. It's just like that evolving game of trying to get to the ultimate goal of you being satisfied
With you.
with yourself.
Mhm.
Yep.
And that's not always easy. You know, I used to always ask this question to people. If you had a time machine, what would you go back and change about your life? And people would say a bunch of stuff, right? I always say nothing. And they go, why do you say nothing? It says, because I like myself now. When I
Mhm.
didn't like myself, I had a long list of things I would go back and change. But now that I like myself, I ain't changing nothing because even the bad stuff got me to where I am today.
Amen to
Yes,
that.
exactly.
Yes. I
Yes.
would say, if I would just say one thing as you talk, we're talking about this. First of all, filters been there and it was with makeup. And I think
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Stevens, you said that people put too much makeup on. So there's a balance, right? Too much makeup, not enough makeup, or whatever. So that was a filter, right? And the next thing I would say is that everybody don't think everybody's pretty. There's some ugly people out there. We won't say it, not attractive to our eyes, right? But
Right.
even the unattractive person is beautiful when they have confidence. So
That's
what I tell people,
Amen.
you
Inside
can
joke.
have you can talk about, all the you can talk to yourself in the mirror and all that, but if it's not inside of you, confidence shows up. And
Mhm.
so even the I was gonna say something. I'm not even the person that's unattractive, whatever you think, whether skinny is unattractive, heavy, whatever, long hair, short hair. I'm unattractive to some people. But my confidence, when it comes from the inside, that's attractive.
yeah.
And that
Exactly.
changes the
Yep.
game, right?
Yes,
So
Confidence
we
is
can see,
the sexiest.
yes.
Like,
yes,
absolutely.
definitely.
Yep.
So thank you guys so much for having me as a guest. That was a wonderful, wonderful conversation. I know y'all got plenty more to chop it up. I'm gonna exit now. It was nice to meet you, Sydney, Ty,
Mhm.
Arlena. Thank you
Yes,
so
yes.
much,
Yes,
Come
Mr.
back, please. I love your
Stevens.
thank you.
conversation. Love your
Yes, you
energy.
How you wait? You don't just exit the show. We tell you when to leave. We supposed to give you a whole send off. You just gonna take control and come out.
Oh,
You gonna exit the show? What the hell?
Got to
that's
go.
that confidence. Nah, just like,
Right.
Like,
You said, "All right, y'all. This is fun. I'm out."
peace.
show me what to do. Show me how to do it.
No, it's
it's
I got
unreal.
you, Patrice. Thank you so much for being with us on this show and talking with us about filters and women and social media. Hopefully, we'll have you back up here very soon. You have a wonderful
Please
night.
tell us. Wait, wait, wait. Please tell us one more time how people can come and see your material. Where can they find you on your way out?
Mm.
Yes,
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much. On Instagram, you can follow me at Miss Pillow Talks. That's MSPILLOW Talks. Or Facebook, Katris Wright. You can look me up at www.pillowtalks.live or look me up on my website, katriswright.com, if you want to know more about me. Thank you guys.
thank
All right.
you.
Don't let that doorknob hit you.
Good Lord, split you.
Peace.
Yes,
The sound
how they gonna blow her away? Oh God.
impossible. It's
Yes.
like I was
before
thinking of
we
what
before
you
we
say
get
Scary.
beginning
Just
and
blow
after.
me out of here.
before we get back on subject, can we hear about the glow
Oh yeah,
before
I
I
can hear about
forget?
the glove. Okay, so I did a Reiki session. I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right. This past Sunday, and it
You
was
said a reggae?
yeah, Reiki,
Reiki.
Reki.
Yeah.
You've heard
What's
of it, Sydney?
Yeah.
You look like yeah, yeah, yeah. So
It's
Can
not
you
a. It's
see?
not a sex position, Taisha.
Oh, hush.
no, it's a it's kind of like meditation. I'm still learning about it, but it was very. I can't explain it. It was wonderful. I will say that it was an experience I will never forget.
So is it like a yoga thing? Like how does it work?
Sydney, I'm gonna let you. You seem to know a little bit more
I
about
don't know
yoga.
much about it. Did you drink anything when you get in?
No,
Okay. So those are the ones I know more about. Those ones put you on a real trip. But like people find a lot of spiritual awakening after. But the one you're on is like I know I do a lot of meditation.
Mm.
I don't know if there's a difference. You know what I mean?
Well, it was just light touch, and then she had some like music playing, and it was just really quiet. I mean,
Okay.
it's kind of like I don't know
So
if you
she's
know
like
about
energy.
mindfulness.
She's
Yeah,
using
energy. Yeah,
energy
energy work.
and
Yeah,
transferring with it. So like yeah, it's the same kind of thing. It's meditating. You know what I mean? It's she I'm not sure what she was doing, but I'm guessing something to do with your energy,
yes. Transfer of energy,
transfer of energy. Yep.
conduction. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Yeah. I
it
love
was
it.
interesting. Yeah. So you've had
I
yeah.
definitely want to
Yeah,
try
she
looking
said
at
you
that
have to
glow.
drink and stuff.
I
No,
want to
I mean honestly, everyone's experience is different. That's what I've been hearing, but it definitely was something that I enjoyed.
I love that stuff. Meditation will I love the gateway experience meditation because that one's at like a different frequency. So
Mm.
it's but that one's really good. People say it's been banned by the CIA. So
what?
yeah,
Whoa,
they don't
wait a
want you to
minute.
know
We're
these
gonna have to look into this one.
I know.
they don't want you to know those secrets. They don't want you to know about your meditation and your higher power and all that. They don't want you to know.
Yeah.
Third eye,
We're
they don't
gonna
want you
find
to know.
out either way.
Right. We'll
They don't
talk
want
about
you
it
to
in
know because
private.
yeah, but yeah, I do. That one is the gateway experience. If you can YouTube like the first and the second discovery, that's what he calls it. But that's
Okay.
the meditation I like. I pay attention to like the frequencies of it. Um,
She also used crystals. I'm
Crystals are
not
awesome.
familiar with crystals, but yeah, she used crystals as well. And
Crystals are great. Yeah.
yeah, that was it was very I don't want to say enlightening because but yeah, it was very nice.
Mhm.
Um but yeah, let's get back on topic.
Hey, this could be used for people that overly use social media, especially
Yes,
with filters and stuff. So,
yes, exactly. Well, since we were talking about the overuse of it, what are some things we can give to our viewers to help them find balance? Since we're talking about birthday and everything, how can we find balance with using social media and not overusing it or using it just enough and still being able to maintain ourselves?
having an assistant that could help you monitor.
But if we can't afford an assistant,
You could have a sister
Yeah.
assistant, a brother assistant, a
I
mom and
vote
daddy
we
assistant.
just hiring family now. Oh, okay,
yes.
It doesn't have to be
I've
expensive.
done
Just,
that before.
yeah, just somebody you could trust that can go in and just, post and keep up with your social media while you take a break. I think that's very necessary.
I'm the
Especially like for the people that have a job. If you're just on social media just to be on there, then you can take a break. You
Yeah,
you don't need it. You don't need it 24/7. You can definitely take a break.
some people's jobs and livelihoods that are on there. I understand a little bit, but I'm the wrong one to ask because I hate social media, y'all. Like I'm the one who sits there and watches TikToks, but doesn't really. I post once
I
in a while.
don't
When my
post
dog does something
anything.
too, and then I stay off of Facebook, and then I stay off of Instagram most of the time. And I'm not good at posting. I'm really bad at it because I'm not good at that balance. It gives me anxiety. Like
Yep.
when I'm busy and then I finally have a minute to sit down, I'm catching up on my Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. Okay, I'm catching up on something that I need to catch up on, and
Mhm.
not be on social media. And if I do go on social media, it's TikToks because I'm curious about like
What's up there?
influencers who talk about herbs and things,
Yeah.
and I like to know what's going on because the news don't tell you nothing real. So
But yeah,
that's it. That's
I'm
all.
like
So I'm
Sydney. I
bad.
don't really put up there. Yeah.
I don't know how to do a balance because I haven't figured that out.
Well,
Sounds
not.
like you have your
I'm about
balance.
to say not
It
getting up
works.
there is a balance. It works for you. No,
Yeah.
I don't really use social media the way I should for my line of work.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's just sitting there, but it should be doing more than what it's doing. So,
See, you have a purpose for social media.
but I don't use it, so there's no balance there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm like Sydney. I get up there just to scroll, and I probably should do more than scroll.
Yes, you should. Because you know what, Arlena, you have a spirit about you that people will want to listen to too. I don't know that anybody wants to listen to me.
I
To be
listen to you.
honest,
I
but
listen to you.
I know people would want to listen to you, and you have a lot of knowledge in what you know. So
Oh,
you
so
should
sweet
share
of
that.
you.
Agreed.
Yeah, I would follow you. Heck yeah. Tell me the day.
Okay, we will be in touch.
Deal.
That's a lot of pressure, but yeah.
Really?
Um, so yeah, I will try to keep balance when I do when that day comes. One more question. Maybe this. So we talked about makeup, hair, followers, women. What do you think it looks like from the male side?
Hmm.
They feel betrayed. I see it all the time. I see them complain on social media all the time about how
What do
they
you think?
see a woman and they're like, "Oh, she's bad. Like I want to meet her." They meet her and they're like, "That is not the same woman that I was looking at."
Complain. Yes, they definitely complain.
Mhm.
Um, do you think that it causes them to treat women differently? Like, not, I know obviously they're going to be like, oh, you're not the same woman, but even if they decide to continue to talk to that woman, do you think they treat her differently because she isn't what they expected?
Oh, absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I also feel like as insecure as men already are, it makes them even more insecure because they see this girl on social media and they like, oh, she's perfect. Like, how can I get with a woman like that? Or I'm sure she has so many men in her inbox. And I
Right.
feel like that's where that hatred comes from too, where they just want to just say crazy stuff like, oh, she ain't how she really look, and it makes them feel away.
It
And so,
does.
and that boils down to them being insecure about her being too perfect.
Insecurities in social media. That's a good point. Yes, let's talk about it for a second. Let's talk
So
about the
men experience
insecurities.
it too.
Yep,
Yeah, yes, exactly. So yeah, so the insecurities don't just fall on the male side; it falls on the female side too.
it does.
Going back to their self love, self care, and then also them not trusting the males because again they see that pretty face on social media. What are they gonna do? They're gonna be in her DMs because there's no ghost in the DMs. Somebody got to be in there, right?
Right.
So the insecurities that yeah, they definitely come up when this with the social media now because of the filters, even more so. Do you think?
Yeah. But I do have a question. Do y'all think that the women are insecure that use the filters?
Mm. Not all of
Not
them.
all of them. Yeah,
Not all of them.
not
I
all of them.
think some of them.
I think a lot of times, but I don't think all of them.
Yeah.
I
I
feel like
do.
there's a slight insecurity. I mean, and I can use myself for example. Like, I'm okay with how I look. I'm okay with posting naturally, but I'll see like a small blemish and I'll be like, gotta
Ooh,
smooth
filter
that
day.
out. Like, and to me, that's kind of a form of insecurity. Like, why am I not okay with that small little zit that's gonna go away being there?
Right.
You're not wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
I be messing with Tashay, but she knows she fine.
I know. Like, she's beautiful.
I do, but even the finest women have insecurities about
That is true.
themselves.
Absolutely.
Especially the ones that are always complimented of being fine. It's like they have to keep up that image, and that
Yep.
causes insecurities.
Because they
It
So,
start
does.
nitpicking
Yeah.
those little small things.
exactly.
Yeah.
Every hair has got to be in place, and then we
I'm
start
not
getting
gonna lie, I'm
like
like that. I'm a Virgo.
Yes,
I'm a
it
perfectionist.
must be incredibly annoying to wake up and in your ugly stage still look better than a lot of other people. It must be so annoying.
it is. Yeah,
Listen, I will get on the show in the morning, and then you can tell me if you think the same.
No, thank you.
Hair in the morning
it takes
is
time to look
like
like this.
You're gonna ruin my illusion. You're gonna ruin my vision of you.
I
No,
literally
not
look
doing it.
I feel like
You
she's
know
so
what, Sydney?
surprised.
Sydney. I feel like Sydney's gonna punch me. I feel like Sydney's that beautiful girl who wakes up and has horrible breath and she farts in front of you.
no. Listen. My breath is actually. I look worse, but my breath's not bad because I brush my teeth, and so
I
it's
still feel like you're the pretty woman who farts around people.
if I'm comfortable enough, I
you
will.
know,
Okay,
farting
we're
is
out.
I will.
natural.
If I'm
Okay.
comfortable enough around you, yeah.
And it won't be one of those cute ones either.
It's
No,
gonna vibrate the house.
actually, to be honest, my I've learned, I've mastered the silence of the fart.
Yes.
Well,
I've mastered it.
she eats all that natural stuff, and that stuff comes out
Um,
different when
it
they
does
pass.
Not
not.
different.
Nuh-uh.
Oh,
That's a lie. Since I cleaned up my eating and stopped eating meat, it's gotten way better.
yeah, it smells like a broom closet now.
I'm telling you. If you stop eating meat, I promise you, it does not
I
smell.
I believe you. I
I
believe you.
believe you because
Yeah.
I remember this one time I got drunk with a vegetarian and she threw up and it didn't smell like, you usually be
yeah,
but I was like,
It's
I don't
like
even
you're
smell
eating
anything.
cleaner food.
It
That's
smells like a wicker. It smelled like a wicker furniture set.
and if you guys should do like if you do a parasite cleanse, that'll really get rid of some
the
toxins.
what? Wait,
Sydney, no, wait, Sydney,
hold
You
on.
you
know
keep
what? My mom
saying
told me about
that
that.
they don't smell. It's not that they don't smell, it's what they smell like. When natural people pass gas and do stuff like that, it smells like a museum.
No,
Okay?
it's about the sulfur
That's
amount in
That
your
doesn't smell
fart.
like a
Okay?
zoo.
It's about the sulfur amount in your fart, and you get that from the food you eat.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take a museum over a zoo
A
any
little
day.
dusty and mildewy.
No shame in farting at all. If I
Right.
know you,
No, let it be free.
I'm
Release.
not
Trying
hurting my belly.
trying to get me to stop eating bacon. You done lost your mind.
I have me and meat have a love hate relationship. Um,
Me too.
Can't
I
do it.
can't do pork. I can't do beef. I still like chicken and fish and some turkey.
You'll be proud of me, Sydney. I don't do a lot of red meat anymore. I don't do big every now and then I'll have a hamburger, but steaks, it's like a once in a while thing for
yeah,
me. Can't do it anymore. So I'm more of Taishe. I'm more of the chicken fish type these
A
days.
lot of people are getting rid of red meat. I've seen that. Like a lot of people are like, I'm off that red meat. But listen, to each their own. I'm not the vegetarian that's sitting here judging you. I mean, I just feel bad for the animals.
I
Oh,
have tried vegetarian food. It's not bad. I could eat it.
No, it's good. You can find good stuff. Like it and you can make good stuff. You just it takes a minute. But also I eat like a bird. So
Me too.
it works for me. I literally can eat a veggie sandwich and then I'm like full for the day. Like,
wait. So is vegan and vegetarian are their food similar?
so vegan is no animal products, no dairy, no cheese, no nothing. I'm a vegetarian. We still eat cheese.
Oh, okay.
And like eggs, some vegetarians will do eggs. Yeah. So it just depends. But vegan is nothing. No eggs, no cheese, no nothing animal product.
Gotcha.
I am not vegan. I really like cheese. So
I've
I'm
tried a lot of different vegan foods, and I'm like, I like this. I think I could switch
Yeah,
over.
I can
yeah.
switch over and then I see a burger.
You know what? I just substitute my stuff out. Like I made a Philly cheesesteak the other day, but instead of like the meat, I used like mushrooms and cauliflower. It was really good.
Then it's not a Philly cheesesteak.
It's so much.
I was saying this because I was trying to describe what it was. It was a cauliflower mushroom cheesesteak. Or
Oh,
a
Yeah,
cauliflower mushroom cheese bread. Okay.
yeah, there you go. Say that.
There.
It's like I hate when someone
That's
says,
it.
"Hey, here, have this bacon that's not bacon, but it tastes like bacon."
I
But you know
didn't
what the good thing is?
think I was just
Veg-
explaining what I ate.
I've had vegan stuff now. As I always say, oh, I'm 45. Vegetarian and vegan dishes taste way better than it did when I was growing up. Anytime somebody tried to give you healthy stuff when I was growing up, it was always terrible.
Gross.
mm-hmm.
They have learned how to cook these things and make them taste good.
I had the
Yeah.
most amazing Brussels sprouts the other day, and I hate Brussels sprouts, but man, oh my
See, I
gosh.
thought it was my age. Now y'all got me thinking it's the cooking now that's different. I was thinking
Yeah,
the older I get, the more I like healthier stuff. And
girl, no.
If you guys ever go to a place called Cooper's Hawk, get the Brussels sprout appetizer. I promise you, you'll like it, even if you don't like Brussels sprouts. I don't like them, never
I
have,
like
and
them.
I loved it. I wanted
No.
I hated
I
them
don't
as a
think he
kid,
can
but I love
convince
them
me to
now.
try him.
them.
I don't think he can convince me to try him.
Listen,
It tastes
Arlene, nobody
like
hates Brussels sprouts
cabbage.
more than me. They convinced me, and I tried it, and I said, "This don't even taste like a Brussels sprout. What is this? How was it cooked? It was amazing."
I don't believe you.
Hmm.
Guys, you come to Florida, I'm gonna take you to. I'm gonna take you to it.
Okay.
I deal.
Deal. Yes. Do you guys think social media influences how we eat though?
Hmm.
Yeah. You gotta think
Absolutely.
about I used to always think about back in the day when they still make commercials, commercials, even movies. So I think I had took a film class or somewhere where I was taught like in movies they basically some of the things in there pay for like
Oh,
advertisement for
advertisement.
like
Yeah.
McDonald's example
Oh
or
yeah.
even cigarettes. Somebody sees someone smoking a cigarette and they smoke cigarettes, they're like, I want
Oh,
to go
yeah.
have a cigarette.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So in social media, when you see that kind of stuff, you're like, especially on TikTok, when they have
Yes.
all those recipes and stuff,
Yep.
you're like, I gotta try
Yes.
this.
We get
Everybody's so creative.
be able to
Hmm.
influence.
Think about it. They've been using social media to kind of brainwash into buying these things for a long time
Yes.
Yep.
and unhealthy crap. Like,
Hmm.
Yes.
think about that. And if you go to the store and you buy healthy, it's expensive and the cheap
Hmm.
stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So,
expensive.
like, it's one of those things where, yeah, social media, I mean, they use social media to influence their horrible crap food that they feed us.
Yep.
Yep.
And it
All
sucks.
these sugary little things they be doing on TikTok, wrapping
Dyed
ice.
stuff.
Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
a lot. It's
So
like
dyed.
I go to the healthy side of it though. I look at the different herbs and stuff that you can use to get healthy, and
probably
so I
should.
always look at those and I'm like, that look good. But like when I go buy it from the store, it don't look the same. Like it don't be as fresh as on the videos. Like, are they using filters on the fruits too?
Good question.
Probably.
I thought so. I was like, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
by the way, like nowadays, you really just don't know because, like, you guys know how they used to have like GMO in the food?
Hmm.
Yes.
It's now bioengineered. They changed it. So I was looking at
Oh, so they never got rid
It's
of
the
it. They
same
just
thing.
changed the name.
it's called bioengineered now. because it's grown in a lab or wherever it comes from. But it's bio. I noticed it the other day when I was at the grocery store and I was looking at stuff, and I looked down because I look at ingredients a lot,
Mhm.
and it said bioengineer. And I said and so I Googled it. Of course, I went and did my research, but they were saying that's what they're labeling the GMO stuff now. So it's like
Interesting.
you just really don't know nothing. So it's like you
Right.
go in there, it doesn't look as good. You're questioning what you're eating. Like,
Yeah.
and then it's $8.
If you guys can make it in the lab, why is it so expensive?
Yeah, it should be free.
Right.
Why'd you got to take all our fruit trees all those years ago? I used to remember walking. Does anybody remember walking to school and eating blueberries or
Well,
blackberries?
we didn't walk to school, but
No.
I had a blueberry bush in my yard. Like
I was
Exactly.
always told everything was poisonous, so I never got to eat any of it.
Yeah, just like they told you that
Blueberries,
dandelions are poisonous, but those are actually the most health beneficial thing you could eat in the week.
blueberries, and dandelions. What fairy tale world did y'all live in?
John,
I used
honeysuckle.
to
You
see
didn't eat
those too.
dandelions are real. Like that
I
is a
was listen. I know I don't sound like it. I was raised in the hood. There was no grass. There was no blueberries. There was no fairy dust and sprinkles and all this stuff. There was a guy who had a mango orchard like
I have a
5 miles away that we used to get chased by dogs. We'd climb the fence and climb the tree and steal mangoes. But
you have
this
You have
Disney picture y'all just painted where you're skipping the school and there's blueberry bushes and
there
Well, that's
was
because all y'all
with it.
hood
They
kids
ripped them
was
all
stealing
out.
them all. There weren't enough
did you
left.
guys have honeysuckles?
The
oh
what?
my god, I'm leaving.
Honeysuckles. The little, they're flowers and they taste like honey.
Wait, I think
No, I've
I'm not
never
sure.
seen that.
Guys,
But
it's
I
a
have
country
seen
thing,
those.
maybe.
Yeah. I used to have
I'm from the
honeysuckles in
country.
my backyard that are cool. Like that have so many cool benefits.
Yeah.
But I know John thinks we're in a fairy tale, but John, literally, this is a real thing. We used to be able to get fruit off the.
Who the hell is John?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Carrie.
While you drink your unsweet tea.
Right.
When
You
I
can
first
go
met you,
back.
you decided to have another name. So
No,
that's
first of all,
Right.
that's been my name. It's just that was the work name that you knew me, but you don't judge me while you drink your unsweet tea, okay? Because I
I
know
like
it's
it on
unsweet.
me. I
It's
like
probably
it.
got 0 calories, 0 sugar. It's not. It's a sweet tea. Oh, I like you more now.
sweet tea
Okay.
is my one crack in life, okay? Nobody will ever take sweet tea from me. I don't care how
I
healthy
know
I am.
that's right.
I will always drink sweet
I'll have
tea.
vodka.
Wait, is that the one with the pure sugar cane in it?
Probably because I'm obsessed with Gold Peak's
Yeah.
sweet tea. It's like my unhealthy thing that well, I eat unhealthy sometimes, guys. I ain't all healthy, but I just this shit I can't. It's crack.
Not
It
is.
is. I feel
You
like
got a
all
whole
these
I'll
teas
case.
are
never be
crack.
over it.
There's
Oh,
been videos of people in the store fighting over teas.
Mhm.
Like there's something in the teas.
I don't drink
Probably.
tea. Not like that kind of
I'll
tea.
probably be a zombie in 2030. Very likely. Dripping
I'll
sweet.
save you, Sydney. I'll save you.
Thank you. Just find a cure.
Drink water.
Hey, listen, I am drinking water too. Where's my water? Oh, it's right there. I have it right next to me.
Yeah, you gotta have a balance.
Yeah. I was, no,
Balance, right? The balance.
Yeah.
Drink water.
I promise. John, why are you looking at me crazy?
They can't see me, Sydney.
Like, you can
I
see
told you it's different. I don't remember it being like this. And so
Only you
you're on
guys can
stage.
see me. They can't see me on the.
Sorry.
I've been trying not to say it the whole
Well, then
time.
I feel like the audience deserves. Yeah.
It's not like the StreamYard where you guys couldn't see all the faces I was making while y'all were talking.
That's why I was messaging you because I'm like, he over here on the phone. He like this. I'm like, we can see you.
No.
I guess they can't see him, but we thought all this.
No, they can hear me, but they can't see me.
God, that's annoying for them.
What?
Right.
It's your show. You don't need a male's face on here.
I'm so joking.
Do you really want me to pop on here at the last 10
No.
minutes of this show?
You can.
Well, I just
why
don't want
not?
you
It's your
to scare me
show.
away, John. But
It is not my show, number one.
Well, you know what I meant.
yeah, Arlena, it's
You're a
our show.
producer. It's our show. You're the producer.
Right. You said no men.
I'll take all profit.
Okay, well.
But I do want to bring up men because I am interested on how y'all feel about men.
Yes.
I was going to say, I know you're interested in men.
Well, yeah, but
You're interested in men and what they think of
Messing with you, Tom.
like their filters,
Yes, we
them
want
using
your opinion.
filters. And then it made me think back to TikTok because I'm like, why all the dudes on TikTok look fine, but you go to Instagram and
Okay.
social media and they not attractive on there. So is it the filters? Like, what's going on? Why are
Wait,
they all
really?
fine on
You've done the
TikTok?
comparison?
Yeah, well, I mean, not like
Side by
going back and
side.
forth, but just noticing like every single
They-
post I see on TikTok is like they're all these fine men, and I don't remember ever seeing them on any other social medias. So that's why I'm like, is it the
It's
filters?
fading
What is
in.
it?
This
I
is
mean,
my
it probably is. You got to think they're using those filters too.
this is my
They
filter.
are.
Wait, you have a filter on, John?
I have filter on right now.
No, he don't.
You look the same.
On
Just a
the
little.
I'm sorry, Keone. I'm oh, I
You
keep
just
oh
look
God.
blue.
sorry.
I swear to God. All right, you dragged me on here. What do you want to ask me?
What
Ask,
we just said.
do you use filters?
Do I use filters?
Yes.
No, for what?
What
And
do
so
you think about men and women
The
doing
only
filters?
thing I'll do with a filter is if when they have the funny filters. That's about it. In terms of filters to like hide a blemish or uh I don't know. I listen, I grew up having really, really bad uh confidence in my looks. So I don't need to go back down that road again. That was a long traveled road to get through. So I wanna go through that again.
I feel that.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I don't want to go through that again. And you know what's funny? Women are way more accepting of it's so funny. Women are way more accepting now of how I look than I used to be. So it's
Cause your confidence.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You took the words right out my
it
mouth.
ain't, it ain't got nothing to do with my confidence, but I show you these pictures.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
I had to grow into it because when I look at my pictures from like high school, middle school, I'm like, oh,
pictures.
You
I
know,
think
I
we
did
all
the
had to
same
grow
thing.
into ourselves.
Yeah, the glow up is real. For
No, yeah,
real.
my middle school and beginning high school, I was
I will
fugly.
not waste this
I
one.
feel like Sydney was fat.
Not
I
fucking.
feel like
I was
Sydney was fat.
fugly. Like I don't know what.
Oh
Uh
gosh.
oh.
What was that?
You know what we got to do? We got to do a montage of everybody's pictures growing up.
We
No,
don't have to.
I'm okay with that. I'm fine with it.
We don't. Well, I mean,
Oh, I'm
hey,
tired of
you might
Tasha's
grow
been cute
up.
since she was a baby. I can't stand her.
imagine getting like me with cornrows in my hair most of the time with Harry Potter glasses.
Really?
Oh, that's
Crisis.
I can
cute.
see that. Yeah,
And
it
I
doesn't
was
look. It looks
chubbier with really
attractive.
bad acne.
Of course, you can see it, Four Eyes.
Yeah, I was chubbier. I feel like I was chubbier with really bad acne. I had bad acne.
Oh wow.
And I always wore my hair like back like this with the cornrows, and my forehead
Dang.
would be like
Who did this to you? Why
10
did
feet
you do
long. I
that?
mean, I did it to myself. I mean, that was
Oh, okay.
I mean, my mom just she took me the salons always talked me into it because my mom, I'm adopted, so my mom was white, so she took me to black salons, right? So black women did my hair and they would do these hair.
She tried. She did her
Wait, wait. It was the pause for me. She took.
best.
I'm trying to think like the best way to say this. So it was during the time when I was experimenting with black styles and I wanted, you know what I mean? And so it just didn't turn out all the time. I remember doing some of these hairstyles. I just
Different ethnicities were inner fighting with themselves.
my
Couldn't make a decision.
it's like in my head going like this, like you were ugly bitch. That's kind of the point. Is you looked a hot mess, even though my mom would say, you're so cute. No. I don't know what I was doing to myself or why I would want some of that stuff, or I just didn't know. And I lived in a very white
You
town.
know what I hated? I hated the parental advice that was so generic. Like, if they don't like what they're not your real friends. It's like, okay, thank you. I saw the after school special, mom.
So
Can you give me some real advice besides that? That
true.
standard stuff.
Well,
True.
You're beautiful on the inside.
I was going to
Yes,
say
well,
that's that one.
sadly, none of my classmates can see the inside of me as a middle schooler. We're not known in middle school to have, perception and perspective and nuance. No, it doesn't happen.
You know what
You
I
get
think is
this one.
important
Wait till
for
you're older. they'll appreciate you.
Yeah. But I think as a child, like from your own parents hearing constantly that you're very pretty, you're very beautiful, I think that's helpful. That helped with my confidence.
Yeah.
My mom and my dad always did that. And I do
Mhm.
it to my son all the time. I'm like, son, you so handsome. And he'll get to the point and be like, I know. I'm like,
That's
yes,
nice.
baby, you keep that confidence.
No, that's perfectly fine. Just don't lie to me. Like when I was going through my severe acne stage where every single part of my face was covered, they're like, "Oh, you just as grandma, you just as handsome." I'm like, "Grandma, stop. You just squeezed like two zits. You know it. Like, stop it."
Ooh. Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
why,
But
but this
hey,
freaked me out.
you don't blame them for oh, I used to get the pizza face. Well, Sydney knows, if you've ever had an acne or pimple period, oh, the connect the dots, the pizza face, because it's never original. It's the same jokes,
Yeah.
and everybody says it to you like they're the first person to come up with it.
Every time.
Did
Yeah,
you hear my
so
joke?
And I would get those big ones. And
but you know what the victory is? The victory is when I go back to where I'm from and some girl wants to holler at me that used to be fine in high school and she ain't fine no
I
more.
was just gonna say
And
that.
she working at Burger King and I'm like, I don't want nothing behind this counter but this Whopper. Um,
Please, Whopper.
I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say all the people who were
Oh.
like, I guess, nerdy and made fun of. We got made fun of because I got made fun of so bad in school. It's funny, like they grew into themselves and now they're like doing it big in New York or somewhere. And like one of my friends who got made fun of all the time. At the time, he now is like a big interior designer, like doing awesome. And like
I
it's
love
like it's
that.
crazy, like people grow into, and it's funny, the ones who literally were everything in high school, the prettiest girl in all of school who got prom queen every time.
well, when you're a young woman, you don't know how sexy
Like,
money is until you get older. You know that guy you kept calling a nerd, and now he's like one of the head guys in Silicon Valley, and you're like,
and
dang
richest
it!
now
And
with a
I
hot
dated the
wife.
stupid football captain who was fine, and now he's a security guard.
Yep. That's exactly how it happens
I
because
guess I was
the nerd
smart.
done went on and made his money, and now he's got a hot babe on his side, and he's loving life.
She still ain't prettier than y'all. So
Sweet.
Thank you.
I'm stop. I'm gonna stop. This was an excellent show today. I like Katris. I like our guest. She had a very
She's
important thing to get.
cute.
She almost couldn't make it, but she said, "You know what? I'm going to give you some guys some time." She was gracious to come on here.
I'm glad
Thank
she
you, ladies, for letting me come on here for a couple seconds, and I'll get out of your way so you can take it home.
All right.
Thank you for coming on.
thank you.
All right, ladies, let's wrap it up, I guess. I don't want to leave,
Yeah,
but
let's just
Oh, great
go.
conversation.
Yeah.
but I guess we have to. He's kicking us off. So let's wrap up, I guess. So let's bring it in. So social media, has it gone too far? Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are ways that we can do it? Let's start with self-love. That's the
Self love.
best. Self-love. Let's start with self-love.
I agree.
Um, and have lower expectations. No, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
No.
wait. What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Lower expectations.
Reality versus social media or the internet. I don't know.
I could get that.
Yeah.
So like lower expectations of what you think, like in terms of like filters and that kind of stuff, but don't
Yeah.
lower your expectations unless on what you deserve.
Right, there you go.
Yeah. I like
Yes,
that.
Sydney. Yes. Your
Yeah.
worth. Know your worth.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we should definitely challenge ourselves. Well, it won't be a challenge to Sydney, but using filters less.
Yes.
Go ahead and post that picture of you looking completely natural, so that people can see who you really are without the filters and stuff.
Yes. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with using a filter to brighten the picture. It was a little dark, but let's
Hmm.
stick with most of our natural features.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that.
Alrighty. Anybody, if you guys want to leave anything else with our guest, or we're good.
Do what Alicia Keys did in social media.
What did she do?
Alicia Keys, remember like years ago, she was like, I'm not wearing makeup anymore. And she
Oh
made
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
do
She
that
went
for
to
social
awards
Um,
like
media.
that too, with no makeup.
No
Yeah,
yeah.
makeup
I
social media.
loved seeing that. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Me
no
too. It's
makeup
kind
for
of like the
days.
same thing, like no filter social media.
Yeah, there you go. Let's start a movement. No filter social media.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I
I
Yes.
love
love that.
Tag us pretty smart and
Amen.
no
Yes.
filter. Take a picture.
We
Like,
really need to start a pretty smart social media. And like
Absolutely.
do it.
post pictures and videos and
And then
stuff.
we could post all their videos on there, and people can. We should start a pretty smart TikTok too.
Yes.
Like 8 months.
I don't recall you ever
It wasn't
saying that.
right.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm sending you the screenshots from Slack.
No, listen, Keone, it's not like we don't want. I don't want to post it on my Facebook because that's just pointless.
No,
Yeah,
I
no.
didn't say that. I
That we
I
can promote.
I said each show because there's 16 of them should create their own and somebody do it. Dwayne does it for In the
Well, that's the
Stars.
thing.
You know.
We should all have a pretty smart
Access
where
to
all of
it.
us has access to
We're
one
at-
Yeah,
account, not
yeah.
multiple.
Why? See, this is the big problem where men and women don't get along. Because you're saying everything that I said as if y'all just came up with the idea. I said that already.
What do you mean? It's a great idea.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna just pretend I'm married to y'all, babe. Y'all right. You're right, baby. You're right. We
Happy
should do
wife,
that.
happy life.
Right.
You guys, we're happy now. We'll make it. We'll
Yeah,
do it.
just